Welcome back to lesson 10 of the art of romance, and this title is Do Not Wait for Life to Pass You By. So my first question to you is, how has the last week been with those role-changing scenarios and realizing what your partner does? Interesting, huh? Puts life into a different perspective, especially your marriage. I trust there's a lot more appreciation for each other right now, and you're ready to continue with not waiting for your life to pass you by. No matter what you do in life, the hassles, the stress, the problems, they're always going to be there. So you cannot wait for the day when everything will be fine and perfect. This day will never come. Now, for example, don't wait for the children to leave home so that you can make love more often and be intimate. Don't wait for retirement and think that the stress of earning a living will disappear and life will become easier and you're going to have the time for one another. These are different developmental stages. Different things are important. Different things happen in your life. Health also plays a role. Other stresses, boredom, illness, they all take place. Don't wait until you can afford the dream cottage to spend romantic evenings alone together. Do it now. Again, this will most probably never happen, and by the time you can afford that dream cottage, it will have quadrupled in price. Do you get where I'm going? What is worse, one of you could be dead if you're going to wait for that special moment, one day when we can. What are you going to have left then? Don't put off what you can do now for later on. Life changes. Just take the world with COVID-19, which no one saw coming. It had a radical impact on this world. Imagine you'd planned that whole romantic holiday and you're already retired, older, this was going to be the last fun thing you do, now you couldn't do it. My heart goes out to so many couples that actually went through that process. So whatever excuse you have, start getting rid of these excuses. I've lost count of how many retired couples I've met that were saving up to go on that dream cruise. They dreamed of it their entire life, put money aside religiously every month, and then boom, one of the partners dies or suffers a stroke or is bedridden. What now? Tomorrow never comes. Live for today and for now. I cannot overstress that. I will love you forever and always. We will live happily ever after. I will never leave you. We will live and die together. Sound familiar? I think you need to get your feet back on the ground. This is not how life always works out. Your love for each other may be endless and in some form last for eternity. But while you are on this earth here and now, you definitely are not going to die at the same time or live your lives without any problems. So you'd better make the most of the time that you have right now and enjoy every single precious moment that you have. I know it sounds harsh the way I've just put it, but these are the realities and facts of life. But now comes that tough internal question. What are you going to do about it? Hopefully, what I've just said should bring about the realization that every single moment is precious, and hence you need to do something about it now. So another question, when last have you looked your partner in the eyes without any interruptions and said, thank you for everything. I appreciate and love you more than you will ever know. Savor every moment. Live every day together as if it is your last. Be grateful for all the little things and appreciate all those small things that your partner does for you. Don't take your partner for granted. And say I love you more often than you're doing now. Even if you're doing it 100 times a day, do it 101 times. And be thankful when you wake up alive every morning together with your partner. A great little exercise for you to do now after this lesson is write down, each of you, what your partner does for you, what's really special, what you really appreciate. And then read it to each other and say thank you for, and then each point. Suddenly you realize how special you are to each other and how much each of you do for each other. I'll see you in the next lesson.